Welcome to Multidimensional Teachings of Higher Consciousness. My name is Galactic Grandmother April, and I'm here with,
Me, Jamae Sansaray. So happy to be here with you, April.
yes, I'm
Yeah.
so excited. We are covering a very important subject today. It's really the how do we make contact with our higher self? How do we embody our higher consciousness? And it starts out with detoxing and cleansing and clearing our physical vehicle, emotional energy bodies, mental energy bodies, and then we're set up for embodiment of our own higher consciousness. And would you like to address first, Jamae, what you think is most important or first thing to think about?
Gosh, well, we were just kind of talking about it, but yeah, let's see. I mean, there's just so many. So it really is the holistic approach,
Right.
taking care of the body physically, but also mentally and emotionally. And so it all really does go together. And so, like I was saying, like if we could do all the healthy stuff, we're clearing, we're cleansing, but if we haven't healed on the emotional levels or the mental, then things can just stay stuck in the body. So it is important to do all of it. And we will go over all of that in different segments, right? In
Right.
different parts. We're doing part one, and we will. And so what we are going to go over is more of the physical. What are we going to do to clear the body? And it does. And since I'm an herbalist and love working with the plant kingdom and really honoring my temple through eating organic, absolutely no GMO foods, no sugars, processed foods, and like you said, sodas, just really cutting all of that out and eating organic, local if you can, but fresh, whole foods, fruits,
Mhm.
veggies, and so that moves me into like the cleansing. So we can cleanse our bodies. It's super simple, actually, to really reset the body because the body does want to be healthy and in its homeostasis state of being. And we can do fruit cleanses, grapes, watermelon, berries, and just eat grapes. So I've done this. I've done like 3 day grape fasts, and they are amazing. And then what that does, just the cleanses will move and clear out the lymphatic system, your organs, kidneys, liver, and then I'll add herbs in there that do help clear out the lymphatic system as
Mhm.
well. Yeah. And I don't know, I could go on and on. I'll let you
Well,
take
I'm going to
take.
add
Yeah.
about the diet. If you eat meat, make sure that you eat organic, grass-fed beef,
Mhm.
organic chicken. Try to get products, if you have that kind of protein in your diet, use products that are not injected with a bunch of things
Right.
that aren't
Yeah.
so good for us. And
Good
I
point.
certainly agree with everything you've said. The first thing is when people start waking up, and when I did many, many years ago, I looked at my diet and I started clearing out my diet because we're raised, at least I was, on the typical American diet. And just simple things like coffee mate in in your coffee, that kind of thing. The cereals and so many things that are have been included and we've been told, well, they're okay. And all
Mhm.
of these sugar-free and low-fat things, they're just not good for you. It's
No,
better to have simple whole foods.
absolutely. And I actually, because I've been a single mom, and so I'd shop at Costco a lot, but I was always like, make sure it's organic. And I was shopping as healthy as I could at that point where I needed bigger items in the house, but I will not shop at Costco really anymore unless it's like I will only get the avocados because they spray pretty much everything, even if it says organic. So I
Oh,
do not buy my vegetables at Costco anymore or fruits unless you're really prepared to wash them really good in a good veggie fruit, which is food grade hydrogen peroxide. But my other question though is even if it says organic and it looks all healthy, it's made in mass production. So anything that's made in mass production to me cannot be that healthy. So, like the processed organic little, crackers or chips, it's like it just is to me is more of dead food. So I just really am making have been, just the shift of, like you said, whole foods. I shop at my local health food store and I buy as much local as I can.
Hmm.
And and not that I have anything against any of the other countries that are bringing food in, because that's great, but they spray it all. And
And
then each label on those fruits like and vegetables means something too of how they've put poison on them. Like you'll look at the organic apple, but it'll say B23 something, and it means like, oh, this has been processed in, formaldehyde. I don't know any of the. So we have to really do our due diligence on
right,
all that.
right.
Yeah. If you have just your regular grocery store and fruits and vegetables at Safeway, or wherever your grocery store is, that's fine. If it's not organic, just wash it, bless it, but it's still whole more food than the processed.
Right.
Uh,
And tell yourself that I'm going to, even if you can't get organic, tell
mhm,
yourself I am going to process and detox everything and neutralize all the toxins
mhm.
that are bad for me in this food. And as I eat it, it's going to be
Yeah.
good for me.
Yeah.
And anything
Because
that's
you
not
can,
good will be
yeah, you can
neutralized.
transmute it. Absolutely. I'm laughing because I've taught my kids this throughout the years. And so, but now I'm pretty like hardcore about. I'm like, you guys just don't eat that. Like that is so poison. And they're like, this food is the right food for my, I'm like, they're making fun of me. They're like, what do you mean? I'm transmuting. It's it's
Oh,
toxicities, it's
yeah.
and I'm like, oh no. Yeah, it's funny though. Because so I'm like, okay, taught you guys good. Good. And you're, yeah, so right on with that because because that's how powerful our mind and consciousness is. And that kind of goes on veering off to putting ourselves into it. We're aligning with the frequency of health and love
Mhm.
and and goodness. So that's like that's like a timeline. So
And
yeah.
honoring our body and telling our body we are going to do the best we can and the best that we know how to
Mhm.
feed it and give it what it needs to be healthy in its highest state according to our divine template. And
Mhm.
that includes not only foods, but of course, we need to drink pure water wherever
Yes.
we can get it. If we only have tap water, then try and get a really good water purifier.
Mhm.
I have a couple
Yeah,
of those
that's
on the
really,
counter. Yeah,
yes. Do not drink your tap water. It's that one I'm like, don't even try to transmute it or pray on it. Like it's because it's like there's so much. Yeah, that is, yeah, really good to bring up. The water. I have a Berkey.
that's what
It's
I
really
have.
good.
Yeah,
Sparkle filters, those are
yeah.
amazing. Yeah. And they sell 1 gallon or 5 gallon, or eventually I'd like to get the bigger one. But I have a 5 gallon one. But yeah, it's like really, really that it filters out good. But then I also have a distiller. So I really believe in distilled water is the best water. And then because I know there's controversy around that, but but that's I feel like is the psyop of distilled water's like dead water, has no, minerals in it. Well, you don't want anything. Distilled water, take it into your body. What it does is it actually pulls out all the impurities that aren't supposed to be in the body. And so, and then if you're worried about it, add some trace minerals in,
Mhm.
that maybe that you need for your body. That's what I do as well. So I have my Berkey and my distiller. And it's, yeah. And then you can charge it too. Charge your water.
Love it.
you can, yeah, bless it. Yeah, you can charge it by blessing it, or put crystals in it or around it. You can soak, you don't have to like drop crystals into the water, but you can put like the crystals in a little cup and then just place it in the water so they don't get in the water. There's all sorts of ways you can charge water that it's like the right medicine for your body. Just like I know everyone's aware of Moto. I'm not good with names, but he's the water guy
Oh,
who,
oh, Masaro, Emoto
oh,
Masaro.
yeah,
Yeah.
Emoto Vasara, who showed us all how
Mhm.
water molecules are changed by frequencies, thoughts. It's just fascinating, the beauty that happens with water. And we are water. So now we're getting into like, yeah, so that's why it
Well,
is so important with our words and sounds and yeah.
it's actually the Emoto Peace Project, and I should know that, Masaru Emoto, because I have a dear friend that took over that project when the doctor
Wow.
passed on. Yeah, she's
Oh,
in
wow.
Japan. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's the Emoto Peace Project if anyone wants to learn about how Dr. Emoto proved that water responds to consciousness. It will
Mm-hmm.
actually form ice crystals if you say love, gratitude, things of a higher frequency nature. It forms beautiful crystals. And I'll even do that for certain kinds of music. And then it's the
Yeah.
opposite if you're saying hate, war, and
Mm.
some other kind of low frequency music will just make the crystals don't even form correctly.
Yeah. And then that can cause dysfunction and disease in the body. So that's why that's so we are all, it's all frequency and through our thoughts and what we're speaking
Right.
and making, because we are, so that's, I'm talking about our body, because it's mostly water.
There's a new Harvard study out which talks about
Mm.
what we've known for years in the energy, fields, is that self-talk, because we are the masters of our energies, we are the
Mhm.
consciousness in the physical vehicle. If we speak to ourselves lovingly and tell ourselves that our bodies are functioning at their highest rate of efficiency and perfection according to our divine template, that our spine's in alignment, our organs and our chakras, everything is functioning at 100%, and
Yeah.
be grateful and tell our body we're grateful for it. That has such a healing effect. You can look up this new Harvard study versus negative self-talk, which can
Mhm.
actually make you sick.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. That's why, yeah. That's why it's all about retraining. I mean, that's what I do with clients is
Right.
like we have to retrain the
Mhm.
negative talk, and that will create well-being in the body. And yeah, and so that's so funny. Harvard is, I feel like they're copying all of us that have been telling people to do this for many, many years is like I mean, who was
Right.
the original, like, I mean, for me, who introduced me to the mental causes of physical ailments was Louise Hay. Like I
Mhm.
discovered her book in my mid 20s
Yeah.
or early 20s. And I was like, this is it, because I was already kind of on the path, of just knowing that there was something else. And I was like, I resonated with it so much. I'm like, yeah, it's what not that I have it perfected. So like I still daily have to say those positive affirmations to keep
Mhm.
myself reprogrammed into the positive, because the negative is pretty powerful. It really wants to get in there, whether it's ego or ancestors or
It's
whatever.
just it's just habitual thinking. It's habits of thinking that we may have picked up from our parents or who knows from where, but it's a
Yeah,
matter of changing the way we think, those habits. And
that's right.
just like going into habits of our physical body. We need to start thinking about moving the energy in a way that we all know that exercise and walking is good for us, but there's other things that we can do that will help move the energy through. And it's
Mm,
especially important for the lymphatic system to
mhm,
move. The lymphatics are like the little trash cans of the blood. Um,
mhm.
they they
Yeah.
filter out and they detox the blood, and but we need to make them help assist them to flow. We all know what it feels like when we're sick and our lymph nodes get swollen in the neck,
Mhm.
and just simple massaging.
Yep.
I do it every day in the shower. I just start that
Yeah.
massaging. It's massage
Top to bottom.
and
Yep.
physical massage. That's why they call them
Mhm.
massage therapists. On occasion, if you can get a professional to give you a massage, that's really good.
Mhm.
Yoga
Yeah.
and Tai Chi and all kinds of things.
Yeah. Yoga, Tai Chi. Yeah. Just getting the energy field, the chi, the mana moving.
Right.
Yeah.
Getting in the
Yeah.
sun and Mother Nature's electromagnetic field is so healing, getting outside.
The sun, yeah, the vitamin D, and that is like I feel like our supercharger
Mhm.
is the sun energy. Yeah. I love, like, I feel very connected to the sun. So yeah, that's really good, which I love the sun behind you. It's so beautiful. But yeah,
Oh,
our lymph system is so important, like you said, and that can be linked to, like, if someone has a clogged lymph system in anywhere in their body, it can show up in the disease dysfunction. So that's actually mainly where it shows up. So if you have cancer, even a sore back, like maybe swollen ankle, anything that's like body related is connected to not having your lymph system properly being cleared out, which, like you said, it's the all the toxins go into the lymph system and they get filtered through our kidneys, and then we release it and all that. I mean, there's more to that.
saunas are
Yeah,
fantastic
sauna is
because we sweat
so important.
out the toxins because
Mhm.
fat cells hold toxins. And by sweating, like in a sauna or through physical activity,
Yeah.
we get those out.
So good. Yeah, I love saunas. So I went on my little getaway this last weekend, and we did just that. We went to this sauna on the river. It was so powerful. And because I had been a while, because I don't have access really to a sauna where I live. So cleansing to be in, like, and it was a hot sauna. But yeah, it was like I could feel the detox happening and cleansing the lymphs and all of that. And then we got to dip into the river. I
Ooh,
didn't, but other people did. I'm not, yes,
a
but they did
cold
have
plunge.
they did. They had cold plunges right next to the sauna. Yeah, and so that, and then herbs. So to clear that lymphatic system, the fruits, the fruit cleanses, but there's so many great herbs too that are lymph movers as well, and blood cleansers. Like echinacea, what else I wrote? Oh, I wrote down ones for sleep too. Mullein, red root, yarrow, lobelia, calendula.
Going
Like,
along with the herbs, I'm a
yeah.
big believer in parasite cleanses.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I believe the United States, I think it's the educational system of the medical, doctors. They seem to
Mhm.
think that we don't have parasites here. In fact, a doctor of a dear friend of mine said, we don't have parasites in the United States. And I about
What?
fell over because other
Yeah.
countries do. Like Asian countries will do parasite cleanses, and it's a normal part of their health regime
Yeah.
once or twice a year. And I
Yeah.
found that it has made a huge difference. It
Yeah.
boosts your immunity when your body is not fighting off parasites or being
Yeah.
controlled by parasites. And
Totally.
you lose your compulsions for a lot of different kinds of foods like sweets. if you've
Oh
killed
yeah.
those parasites.
Oh yeah.
There's
Totally.
lots of different cleanses out there.
Mhm.
You just have to find they all have common herbs in them, and you just have to find the one that works for you.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many different ways to do that. And it is important because, again, going to go back to everything is energy and frequencies.
Hmm.
So removing parasites from the body will raise your frequency and your energy. And that's why it's so important to do all these cleanses to eat healthy, to eat high vibrational, so you can keep your energy field in a higher state, which will not allow, because parasites are a lower frequency. So if we have our energy field in a higher frequency, those parasites won't even get in. But are we always going to be super, people like we used to be? Probably not. There's going to be stresses or anything that will lower, and then those parasites can get in, and then we want to do a cleanse. That's how I don't think we need to do I think like twice a year is
Yeah,
good. It sounds
facts.
like,
Yeah,
yeah, unless you've been so depleted
right,
and are going through dysfunction or disease in the body, and it has been linked to parasites. So it is an ongoing parasite cleansing, diet shift, and all of that to get your frequency energy field back up.
right.
So the thing can enter, yeah, into the
And
body.
and not only parasites, but when you have done your cleansing and you're eating right, drinking good
Hmm.
water, thinking positive thoughts about your
Yeah.
body, I can't tell you the last time I've been sick. That is the payoff of
Mhm.
really giving your body what it needs. It will repair itself and stay
It
healthy.
will.
And
It will.
I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah.
Although I'm one to I do a lot. So I will get lowered. And I do tend to get, I know last week I was like, I'm not feeling so hot. But my go-to, if I'm doing too much, must be my guides. They're like, give her a cold. Like, so then I'll have to reset. And that's okay. Like I know that's like how I cleanse and shift, of what's going on.
We can't
Right
feel
on.
bad. We can't feel bad if we do get sick because,
Right.
and I have known people, quantum healers, that run, run, run all the time, go, go, go. And finally, the only way that their guides can get them to stop is to put
Yeah.
them out on the bed, flat on the bed to rest with a
Yeah.
cold or something. And
Something.
at different stages of your life. It's easier for
Yeah.
me when I'm retired and no longer working and I don't have kids at home anymore. It's easy. My stress level is so, I don't have stress to speak of. But
So,
when
yeah.
you're in your age group, when you're
I'm
working,
in my
and you
age
still
group.
have kids and you've got so many things going on,
Yeah.
things are going to happen on occasion.
Yes. No, absolutely. Especially if I'm not doing my spiritual work. It's like if I'm just like, okay, got to do this, got to do that. Okay. I mean, even though most of it is spiritual work, but I've all of a sudden, but it's not my spiritual work, like going for my walks and like actually connecting with my higher self
Right.
and guides and
Mhm.
actually receiving their messages. They'll let me know like like you're not actually really listening
Stop,
to us,
stop,
which
stop.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay.
I did want to bring up that we should try and start looking at our medicine cabinet because there's a lot of chemical products uh,
Mm-hmm.
that can be substituted for natural plant medicine and herbs for
Yeah,
headaches and sleep and you name it. But also, it's important to take a look at the products that we put on our body. Like
absolutely.
I'm a huge believer. I found organic apricot oil and
Oh,
it soaks in and it's just wonderful. It keeps your skin feeling so good. And I believe apricot kernels, they actually have an anti-cancer property to
mm-hmm.
them.
Oh,
And
they
so
do.
just things like that. When we grab different kind of products, makeup, hair
Yeah,
shampoos, and so forth, they're not all going to be perfect and organic. I mean, you could do that, but
I do. It's
that's
important.
good.
I don't have any poisons in my house, and I did a lot of in. I think you know that I shop on an online store that's all non-toxic. So I use a lot of their products and then what we put on our skin. Yeah, if I can't
Right.
eat it, yeah, so I do organic coconut oil. I love
Mhm.
organic apricot oil, jojoba for the face. Yeah, so and then I love making my own skin products, as you know. So yeah, they're just right on. Like our cleaning products. And
Mhm.
a lot of these companies that say organic, like you said, are not. I'm so thankful that more and more people are aware of these ginormous bad corporations like that bought up that were you used to be good products like Tom's toothpaste, Seventh Generation, Burt's Bees. Those are all owned by Clorox and Coca-Cola. And they have changed those ingredients. They may say, "Oh, this is natural," and nope. So most of the products at your local health food store are not.
Even Bragg's apple cider vinegar
I won't buy that
is
anymore either.
no longer owned by the original people. Yeah.
No, it is now, and now I hear it's as bad as like how they process it and everything. It's like bad seed oil that's been over, and it's like,
Mm.
I was so bummed because I love Bragg's, but there's alternative ones that are organic, coconut ones, that aren't the brand Bragg's. Yeah,
Uh,
so you got to do due diligence
right.
on these companies, and it's most of them. So that's why local or make your own.
And toothpaste without fluoride.
Yeah, the
Fluoride is
fluoride.
not good.
Yeah,
And
fluoride. Not good.
also deodorants that don't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
all of the chemicals in them.
yeah. The heavy metals,
Right.
aluminum. Yeah, but
Mhm.
these companies, they just named them that like they actually go in because aluminum is actually part of the earth and it's actually not toxic for our body. But the way that these corporations get a hold of it in the lab, make it toxic, purposely toxic for us. A long time ago, I thought they were just using cheaper ingredients because they were just greedy. But since I've learned that they actually are purposely poisoning us through every single product. Not every single. I know there's some good mom and pop companies that are popping up now everywhere. There's a shift going on. This is the positive is that I think most of us are awake to what's going on
Mhm.
and making different choices and all those companies are they're going to collapse.
This
Yeah.
is the perfect time for me to just blow the horn about Jamay's lip stuff.
Oh, yes. Oh, I
Uh,
love it.
I
Yay.
forget the name
Yeah.
of it, but I use it every
Yeah.
morning and I use it probably two or three
Oh,
times a day.
good.
And my
Yeah.
lips are very kissable.
Are they, yeah, they're soft because I put, yeah, oh, thank you. Yeah, that's flyinghawkherbals.com. And so my website is up and my products are on there. So, yeah.
And
So
that
you can
lip,
go
what is it called for the lips?
TLC lip balm,
Mhm.
TLC lips, tender love and care,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have right here is what yeah. Because I just love it too. I'm like, oh man, it feels so good. This has shea butter, bee organic, of course, everything, beeswax and then healing herbal oils that I make with the herbs. So there's plantain, which helps heal the lips, St. John's wort, which is a natural sunblock. And what else do I put in there? Some peppermint. So I do essential oil. Yeah. Peppermint and lavender, I think
Do
I have
you
in there. Yeah.
do you have
Hmm.
any? I don't use sunblock because the
Me
products
neither.
are really not good for you. I haven't used any sunblock or sunscreen for years. My skin's not having a problem with it, even my
No.
face,
Yeah.
So
No. look
people.
gorgeous. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of marketing out there about how wrinkled and so forth. And I'm sure if you're in the sun all the time, your skin would naturally dry out and wrinkle. But my point is, if you are outside and you need some kind of sun screen so that you don't burn if you have that kind of skin that burns easily, or
Mhm.
also mosquitoes to keep mosquitoes
Mm.
away. I've found some wonderful products that are a coconut based, coconut oil based, and
Oh,
they
that's
worked
yeah.
wonderful when I've gone to Hawaii and Costa Rica, and there's mosquitoes, so
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, there's all sorts of natural you can do a natural mosquito repellent with just essential oils and they
mhm.
won't land on you. Yeah, citronella, tea tree, they don't like orange, natural.
Lavender or peppermint, there's
Yeah,
all
like
kinds of.
they yeah. Or you just talk to them too. If I'm the only one out in the woods and I come across like a fully like, intense spot where there's a lot of mosquitoes, they'll start landing on me. But most of the time I like even over when I lived in Hawaii, I never got bit. They just didn't bite me if other people were around.
Right, right.
It was so yeah, it's funny. But yeah, I never did sunscreen either. I never put it on my kids. I always operate off how I feel. And that's why it was really hard because I'd be like, well, I just don't want to do it. I just don't think it doesn't, I don't resonate with that. But now I'm like, okay, that's why, because it was toxic.
And
Yeah.
and
So,
we have to do a disclaimer, we're not doctors, we're just telling you
right.
our own personal experiences, and we're
That's
trying
right.
to just help you steer towards back to a more natural existence because
Mhm.
ultimately we believe it's better for the health of your physical vehicle. And it's
Totally.
important to
Yeah.
clean, to detox, to get rid of the we have enough chemicals in our environment that we really can't do much about. So what we
Yeah.
can work on, what we put on our body and in our body, we've got to give it a try. It's all part of the spiritual path.
It really is. Yeah. No, we are just sharing. Yeah, we do have to do that disclaimer. We're not doctors. So we're not giving you advice. We're just sharing, yeah, what works for us and then always do your own research.
That's how we
Yeah.
came to our conclusions, and
Hmm.
all the information's out there.
Yeah. But if you can get a hold of, because I have a lot of books, like old books from every time I go to a thrift
Oh,
store, I
yeah.
go hit the book section on health and spiritual. And, of
Good
course, I have a lot of
idea.
herbal.
Yeah.
And so I have a lot of reference books. And then listening to who resonates with you, the doctors that certain doctors I just love because I know they've done their research, what their information resonates with me. So certain, doctors. Yeah.
And just making the intention that
Mm-hmm.
we are doing the best that we know how for our body, just that we're taking our bodies into account. That is huge. And just being
It is.
grateful for your body every day.
Yeah. Really. And I know it's hard, like when you're in it. So, because I've been in it a few times with ailments in my body.
Mhm.
And so I know if anybody out there is going through something and it seems like it's like, how do you turn it around? You can. Your body wants to heal. And
Right.
so when I had health problems myself, I don't identify with that. I don't even claim the name of it, and then like I said earlier, I'll be like, oh, I don't believe it. And then just my mantra all day long, my body knows how to heal. You know what to do. The cells in my body know what to do to create the new cells to be healthy and vibrant. So it is the reprogramming and my body does heal. And I've done that many times with things I was like, oh my God, is this going to be forever? Am I going to? And then I have to go, no, no. Our minds are powerful. Our consciousness is powerful to get us out of even the most difficult situation
Hmm.
with health. And I believe that, like, it's because I've witnessed it with personally and other people.
The only caveat to that would be is that we had planned pre-incarnation to have something either happen to us or get a certain disease as a part of what we want to accomplish and gaining wisdom and going through the experience in this lifetime. But I know that for most of the common things and for people on the path that want to just clean up their physical and emotional and mental bodies. I know I offer it, and I think you do too. We do the quantum energy work where we clear and um, reprogram your
Yeah.
energy systems. It's like energy revitalization,
Mhm.
clearing, healing, and reprogramming. And
It is.
it's not anything you couldn't do yourself, but
Hmm.
it's easy to just have someone else show you how to do it first.
Right. Yeah. And that's exactly, and that's my more, yeah, because when I do a reading, I go into the Akashic records or the quantum space of all that is and see
Mhm.
where the core of something is. Why is something showing up in your body? Because our bodies are our communicators. Hey, something's off balance, whether it's in the physical environment or but of course it's the holistic, but there could be an imbalance in one of the areas or all of them, but the emotional and or mental, and so it's all connected, but there's a core of where it did become off balance, and that usually stems from the childhood. And so I will see where, and if it's lineage, if it's a past life, and then how we can, yeah, like you said, shift it, clear it energetically, just the energy healing. And that all that is helping you, and that's what you do too. And this is so I've been listening to like Edgar Casey thing,
Uh-huh.
Edgar
Yeah,
Casey,
yeah.
and I was like, oh my God, I so resonate with this guy. I had no idea because I've been doing kind of the similar work, going in and so, but we're helping you with your work, my work. We're helping you change the radio station from static or dysfunction or something, you're just not in the right place. And so we're helping you because everything is energy. So we want our energy fields to resonate at the frequency of God, source, creator, health, joy. And so we're helping you change that radio station. We're fine tuning you out of the dysfunction, the out of balance. And so Edgar Casey used that too. He's like, it's like changing a radio station.
Well, it's important to really, this is the first step. This is one of the first steps along our spiritual journey is to think about and take into account the importance of our physical vehicle because that higher consciousness that we need to embody really needs to come into a physical body where the cells have been detoxed and
Yeah.
it's functioning at a higher frequency that's in resonance, more in resonance with the higher consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful. Yep. And love your body. Like really
Right,
get, like, if you're having like that, like just be so thankful you've got this vehicle, this
right.
body. I mean, I still have to do it. I'm like, I love this body, because we've been taught not to. So that's really the first step, is to really just love it and then really take care of it.
Right.
Because from what I understand, it's really hard to get here. It's hard to get a body on planet Earth.
You
So,
know, many, many, many years ago, I did in my 30s, I had a spiritual teacher that I went to a lot of her classes. And that's what she said back then. She said
oh,
that for this time period, there were more people raising their hands, volunteering to come in for this
yeah.
particular time period than there were bodies.
And
And
maybe you told me that, or I have heard that. So that's why I brought that up. I'm like, so I do remember that. And so that's why I'm like, okay, I love this body. Like, we just
we
gotta
got
love it.
these beautiful beautiful children,
Hmm.
our bodies have just served us so well. And I'm
Totally.
grateful every day for that. Yeah.
I know.
Thing that else that you think that we need to cover for the physical aspect of embodying our higher consciousness?
Exercise is really important. I think we covered that, like walking and especially in nature, because again, that's the frequency of God's first creator when you're in that. So that will uplift
Oh,
your body.
grounding. We didn't mention
Grounding.
actually putting your bare feet on the grass or the ground in only 20 minutes will
Mhm.
totally
Yeah.
harmonize your energy field because
Yeah.
the Mother Earth's electromagnetic field is so strong and healing.
Yeah, it really is. That's what I did the other day. I was like, wow, I guess it's been a while. Like when I did the sauna on the river, I was like, wow. I walked out of the sauna and then went over and it was just nice, just wet grass and mud. And I grounded probably for about 10 minutes. I didn't do 20, but it just felt so good to walk barefoot.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so yep, it totally resets your energy field.
Hmm.
And that's important. I think we've covered those, yeah, in other videos, the chakra clearing in the body, the chakras. So that's important to keep those balanced. And then I just have like sleep is really
Oh,
important.
definitely. Sleep
It's
is
like
very
gotta
important.
get really good sleep, and it's like really important to stay on schedule, like what your circadian rhythm is. Like so mine, for me, I have to be sleeping or in bed by 8:30. 9, I'm pushing it. But 10, I can kind of feel okay the night, but at my peak great circadian rhythm is like 8:39, and then I get up around 6 or 7. Like I need a lot of sleep, and
Mhm.
then I feel amazing. But if I go to bed too late, and I luckily get good sleep, like I'm so thankful for that. But if you don't, this can be related to the lymphatic system. Like that's how important our lymph system is. So if there's any stagnation that's in the lymphs, that can cause sleep issues and too much mental chatter. And that's, I think, most of people's issues when they wake
Probably,
up,
yeah.
when they keep waking up. So that's why it's important to do those cleanses with the fruit cleanse. Yeah, so
Yeah.
sleep,
And a
and
nice
pick, yeah.
salt bath,
Oh, yeah.
Epsom salt bath, which
Mm,
now you can put in essential oils and so forth, and take a nice soak before you go to bed. It relaxes
yeah.
all the muscles and relaxes you.
Water, yeah, it has the negative ions, which is water. It just has that the is cleansing. It actually does reset your energy field. And then just a few herbs like to help you sleep. I wrote down, well, we have blue lotus. That's for like a really more like deeper sleep, but like with vivid dreams. If you want to have blue lotus help you with dreams, but that's all. That was our other.
You're
But
not supposed to mix it with wine, though.
I
Like if you've
Oh,
been
don't mix
drinking
it with
wine,
wine.
don't take the Blue Lotus.
Oh, don't take Blue Lotus with wine. Okay, good to know. I guess because I don't drink. So yeah, okay. Valerian. So I have teas on my website also. So I have a nice relaxing sleep tea, like chamomile, passion flower, hops, skull cap are great herbs to relax the mind, the muscles, and just put you in a good just state of mind too. So like hops and skull cap help calm the brain chatter that I was talking about.
Cool.
And then chamomile and tulsi help just soothe the body.
Hmm.
And then valerian, that can just knock you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
But
we'll put all the information too. And
mhm.
please let us know
Any
anything.
questions, you
If you have
can
any questions.
contact us directly or comment below.
Yeah. Yeah. So comment, like, and share
Yes.
this video also.
And
Yeah.
we will
Super
be
cool.
following up now. The next one will be about the emotional aspect of
Mhm.
clearing and healing, as well as that goes into the mental as well, with bad
Mhm.
attitudes and so forth, and
Yes.
mental concepts and ideas that we have to break through. So those two
Yeah.
kind of go together.
Out of the negative. I love this. Yeah, it's right up my alley. Love this subjects.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we'll talk about after we do that one, then we'll talk about really how to connect with our higher self,
Mhm. Yes.
receive information and more of the
Techniques and
techniques. Yeah.
fun.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
Thank you
Thank-
so much, Janae. It's always such a pleasure. You're a feel good soul. When I get
Yes.
together with you, I laugh and I feel good. And that's good for my body too.
Yay, yeah, laughing is so good. I might laugh in some inappropriate times, but I
Yeah.
can't, but it's healthy, yeah, to do that. So, yeah, good. Well, I adore you,
Oh, I
Galactic
love you.
Grandmother. Yeah.
Yes. And we will talk to everyone
Yeah.
soon.
Sending lots of love to all you guys out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.